The whispers of a potential powerhouse joining the San Francisco 49ers are loud and clear, as veteran outside linebacker Kyle Van Noy has publicly declared his admiration for the team and a desire to reunite with his brother, Fred Warner. This isn't just idle chatter. It's a strategic move that could reshape the team's defense in the upcoming 2026 NFL season. Fans, where are you watching from? Leave your thoughts on this intriguing prospect in the comments below. In a recent appearance on the Up and Adams show, Van Noy expressed his interest in the 49ers, noting, "I think they got something cooking over there." This isn't just a casual comment. It's a recognition of the 49ers' potential to contend for championships. With his 2 Super Bowl rings and a wealth of experience, Van Noy could be the missing piece in a defensive puzzle that already boasts elite talent. The chemistry between Van Noy and his younger brother, Fred Warner, is palpable. "I would love to play with my little brother. That's my guy," he said, emphasizing the personal connection that could motivate him to join the team. While he kept details about any potential contact with the 49ers vague, his enthusiasm is clear. The idea of adding a player of Van Noy's caliber to the roster should excite every 49ers fan. Van Noy, originally drafted by the Detroit Lions in 2014, has had quite the journey in the NFL. His stints with the New England Patriots, where he secured 2 Super Bowl titles, and other teams like the Miami Dolphins and Baltimore Ravens have equipped him with a versatile skill set. Last season with Baltimore, he showcased his abilities with 2 sacks, 20 tackles, and an interception over 15 games, proving he still has plenty to offer. With a career total of 57 sacks and a high of 12.5 in 2024, Van Noy has demonstrated that he can disrupt opposing offenses. The 49ers are always on the lookout for versatile players who can contribute across the front 7, and Van Noy fits that bill perfectly. His experience in high-pressure situations will be invaluable, especially as the 49ers look to maintain their status as perennial contenders. In 172 career games, Van Noy's stats speak volumes. He's not just a pass rusher, he's a game-changer with 561 tackles, 14 forced fumbles, and a Pro Bowl selection in 2024. Imagine the havoc he could wreak alongside the likes of Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. This trio could form one of the most formidable defensive units in the league, striking fear into the hearts of opposing quarterbacks. As the 49ers continue to build a roster that can compete at the highest level, adding a player like Van Noy not only enhances their defensive depth, but also brings a veteran presence that can mentor younger players. The synergy he could create with Warner would elevate the entire defensive scheme, making the 49ers even more dynamic and unpredictable on the field. Now, as we digest this exciting prospect, the question remains, will the 49ers make a serious move for Van Noy? The rumors are swirling, and with the right approach, this could be a match made in football heaven. Speaking of matches, let's transition into our next story, where we take a closer look at the latest developments surrounding the 49ers, roster decisions, and how they might impact the upcoming season. Stay tuned as we dive deeper. Mike Evans is set to make waves with the San Francisco 49ers in 2026, but will he be the game changer they desperately need? As fans, it's time to engage. Where are you watching from, and what do you think about this significant addition to the roster? The 6-time Pro Bowler is stepping into a challenging role, especially after an injury-plagued season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Only managing to hit the field for 8 games last season, Evans finished with a mere 368 receiving yards, snapping a remarkable streak of 12 consecutive seasons with over 1,000 yards. While those numbers are Hall of Fame worthy on any given day, one has to wonder if Evans can still produce at that elite level. Terrell Owens, a former 49er and Hall of Fame wide receiver, has weighed in on this situation, expressing optimism about Evans' potential longevity in the league. But he also stresses that for Evans to thrive in his 30s, significant adjustments are necessary, particularly in training and nutrition. He's been battling hamstring injuries over the last few years, Owens pointed out, highlighting a major concern. If Evans can overhaul his training regimen in the offseason, perhaps he can sidestep the injuries that have plagued him late in seasons past. Owens believes that with Evans in the mix, the 49ers could gear up for a solid postseason run. However, that hinges on Evans being healthy when it matters most. If he can address that and be productive, they've got a good chance, Owens said, emphasizing the importance of player availability in the playoffs. Reflecting on Owens' own impeccable health throughout his career, where he missed only 21 games in 15 seasons, just 2 in his final 3 years, one can't help but draw a stark comparison to the 49ers' current roster dynamics. Ricky Pearsall, a recent draft pick at wide receiver, has already faced challenges, missing 14 games in just 2 seasons. The 49ers need a healthy Evans not just for his production, but as a mentor for the younger receivers who are still finding their footing in the league. Owens' perspective is crucial here. He prioritized health, entering camps ready to go, and avoiding soft tissue injuries throughout most of his career. The question now is whether Evans can adopt a similar mindset. The 49ers have struggled with a series of soft tissue injuries in recent years, and the hope is that Evans' presence could help turn the tide, not just for him, but for the entire receiving corps. As fans, we're all eagerly watching to see how this unfolds. Will the 49ers training staff take Owens' advice to heart? Can they help Evans stay healthy through the rigors of the NFL season? This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Let's shift our focus now to the next piece of news that could impact the 49ers season. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into what's next for this talented team.
As we wrap up this segment, it's clear that the San Francisco 49ers are grappling with significant decisions as they approach the upcoming season. The question on everyone's mind is, who will step up as the backup to Christian McCaffrey? With the team's history of mid-round running back investments yielding mixed results, the stakes have never been higher for the 49ers and their front office. Let's dive into the recent draft strategies. The team has taken its fair share of swings in the mid-rounds, but a concerning pattern is emerging. Remember Joe Williams, drafted in the 4th round back in 2017? The 49ers traded up to select him, only for him to never see the field in an NFL game. Fast forward to 2021, and they tried their luck again with Trey Sermon in the 3rd round. Yet it was 6th rounder Elijah Mitchell who outperformed Sermon, who ultimately found himself waived in 2022 after minimal contributions. Then there was Tyrion Davis-Price, another 3rd round pick in 2022, who also fell short of expectations before parting ways with the team. This year, the 49ers made another push with Isaac Guerendo, drafted in the 4th round, as they looked to bolster their backfield. However, with the recent acquisition of Brian Robinson to back up McCaffrey, and Robinson now having departed to the Falcons, the competition for that coveted RB2 spot is heating up. The 49ers then turned to the draft once more, selecting Kalen Black from Indiana in the 3rd round. Despite his absence from the combine, Black now finds himself in a crowded field alongside Jordan James and Guerendo, all vying for a role behind the All-Pro McCaffrey. Guerendo's rookie season saw him average a respectable 5.0 yards per carry and rack up 4 touchdowns. But with McCaffrey back to full health, his chances dwindled significantly last season, ending with 0 snaps. As the preseason approaches, it appears Guerendo may be at risk of being cut or traded, while the spotlight turns to James and Black, who are set to battle for the backup role. But that's not the only concern for the 49ers heading into the season. With the departures of Spencer Burford and Ben Bartch, both of whom found new homes in free agency, there's a pressing need to establish a solid left guard. The 49ers have brought in Robert Jones to compete with Connor Colby and rookie Carver Willis. Jones, who missed all of last season due to a neck injury, has a history of starting games for the Dolphins, but can he reclaim that form? Colby, drafted in the 7th round last year, will not be overlooked, and the team is optimistic about his development despite last season's challenges. As the 49ers navigate through these critical roster decisions, fans are left wondering who will rise to the occasion. Can Guerendo find a way to secure a spot on the roster, or will the competition prove too fierce? And will the new additions along the offensive line solidify the protection needed for a successful season? This is a pivotal moment for the 49ers, and fans, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what do you think about the 49ers' current roster moves? Do you believe the team can find the right pieces to support McCaffrey and protect the quarterback? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As we conclude this segment, it's evident that the 49ers are in a state of transition, but there's hope for a bright future. So, make sure to subscribe and stay updated with all things San Francisco 49ers. Your insights and engagement mean a lot as we gear up for another exciting season.